What's up guys, my name's Finn. Welcome to Treehouse Off-Road. Thanks for watching. In today's video, we'll be talking about steering rack bushings, specifically polyurethane steering rack bushings. I've used several types of poly steering rack bushings over the years. I'll go over the installation process of the Siberian Bushings for the first generation Tundra and Sequoia, as well as the 333 Fabrications Billet steering rack clamp. Last year I got home from an off-road trip and my truck was driving like absolute garbage. The cam bolts and the cam plates were shifting around. The passenger side steering rack bushing had a lot of play in it. It looks to me like the bracket that holds that bushing in is moving around as well. There's a lot of slop in the driver's side rack bushing. 3 of the cam tabs had snapped off completely. I repaired them, but it was time for a permanent solution. The first thing I ordered and installed was the KP Off-Road Cam Alignment and Cam Tab Upgrade Kit. This thing is held up to some serious abuse and I don't think I'll ever have to mess with my cams or cam tabs again. Next, I did something I should have done a long time ago. Again, got home from an off-road trip and realized that my upper control arm bolts were bent to hell. To solve this problem, I installed the All-Pro Off-Road Coil Bucket Gusset Kit. It adds 2 extra shear points to your upper control arm bolt, and I believe Toyota should have sent out the truck from the factory like this. Again, zero affiliation with All-Pro Off-Road. It's a well-designed kit that's reasonably priced. There's quite a bit of welding involved, but the peace of mind it offers me on the trail is 100% worth it. Next up was lower control arm bushings. I had been running the same Daystar polyurethane bushing since 2022 when I built the long travel kit in my driveway, and it was time to replace them. I wanted to test something new, so I went with PSB, problem-solving bushings. And here they are after 2 months. As you can see, they were not up to the task, and honestly, it looked like my old Husky Boomer got a hold of these things. Enter the Siberian Bushing. I had heard about these for years, people seem to love them, so I decided to give them a shot. Very easy to install, very good fitment. They're great on the street, great on the trail. I've had 0 issues with these. So these are the Suspension Dudes steering rack bushings. And after the Rubicon, I'm getting a lot of steering wander. I'm getting a lot of play in the wheel, side to side, and this is moving around a lot again. So today we're gonna do the Siberian bushings for the steering rack and the 333 Fabrications Billet steering rack clamp. And I'm hoping these 2 things combined help my steering out. I hope I don't have to buy a new steering rack, but this is the original steering rack with 260-something thousand miles on it, and it hasn't given me a single issue until this last Rubicon trip. I've heard guys going through 2, 3, 4 steering racks on like 33-inch tires, and I'm not sure what's going on there. I went from stock tires to 33s to 35s to 37s and finally to 38s on my original rack. So I'll put a camera under there and show you what's going on, and then we'll replace them. So I'm realizing now that I did install this bolt backwards when I put these bushings in, but I did torque everything to spec. I went with this brand because they claim to be made in the USA, but maybe they're just making them out of the wrong material. They shouldn't have stretched out as much as they did. These were only installed for 2 or 3 months. This is my son Anthony. He's gonna be helping me out today. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's get this rack done. We're gonna make some wiggle room in the lines by disconnecting this 10mm. The middle bolt is a 19mm and you may need a flex head ratchet to get at it. Nice. And it's not in bad shape, so I don't know what the deal is. It's a little bit looser than it was, but it's not in horrible shape. We're just trying to pull this baby out. It's not gonna fall or anything, it'll just kind of chill. There we go, good. And this sleeve, I push it up and out. The top goes out of here. So those were not loose. If you guys are removing the stock rubber bushings, I've done it a couple ways. You can take a utility knife and cut that rubber lip off and then pound it through with something. For the middle bushing, I've been able to just wiggle it free with a screwdriver and then grab it with a set of ice grips. Another method is to use a ball joint service kit, which you can rent from an auto parts store. There's your part number. We got some grease in here probably. These are built more like the stock bushings. except for polyurethane. It looks to be one molded piece, which is good. Can't hurt. Okay, so it comes with some grease. So this is the driver's side bushing, and it's got steel plate on one end, and it goes in like this, just like the stock one. The stock ones had the same deal going on. So there's no room for me to get this behind there. So I got to remove this stud, which is a 10 millimeter, and then I hope this whole rack will drop a little bit. Not really, huh? All right, so once I got this tie rod off, I was able to make enough room to get that bushing in. So let's try. I'm gonna put the rest of the grease in this barrel. So the Siberian instructions tell you to wrap a fishing line around this end, stick it through. I'm gonna try to get it started by hand here. All right, we got it started. Sick. Yeah. And the middle bushing does not have a correct orientation. It's completely symmetrical. So here's the driver, with the steel going in towards the frame. And here's the middle. Siberian makes you cut their bushings. Whenever there's supposed to be an opening, you gotta cut it. So we're gonna go cut this and I'll be back. And this one didn't come with grease, so we're not gonna grease this one.
What did you say it was?
So this bolt, I had it in backwards. It's supposed to go in from the front. And then we'll see if the middle's lined up. Start that by hand. We'll put our stud back in. Alright guys, I'll be the first to admit that when this product came out, I didn't see much value in it. I was like, wow, an expensive, shiny bushing bracket. What a weird flex. But when I saw how much my stock bracket was moving under there, I decided to give it a shot, and I'm really glad I did. This thing fits tight, way tighter than the stock bracket. To my knowledge, 333 Fabrications makes two products, this and the Cam Eliminator Kit. I've ran them both, and I've loved them both. How satisfying was that? Okay, the smaller washer goes on the bottom, larger washer goes on top. Everything's getting red Loctite this time around. I think it's going in slightly crooked, so I'm gonna just enlarge this space down here a little. Torque spec for these two is 122 foot-pounds. 122 foot-pounds for the middle bolt. .96 foot-pounds for the driver's side bolt. All right, we're Siberian'd up. That's beautiful. And I can tell it's gonna hold much tighter than the stock one, just by the way it went on. Don't forget to reattach your lines bracket. Alright, I showed you guys how much the rack was moving around before. Now let's look at the after. I still expect it to move around a little bit because all that energy has to go somewhere. These are 38 by 13.5 inch tires on pavement, so a little movement is normal, but it's way better than it used to be. Here's the driver's side, and it's looking awesome. I think Siberian just has a better design altogether. Better materials, better design, better results. Here's a shot of the middle bushing. It's holding its own. Siberian Bushing was kind enough to give me a discount code for you guys. I'll leave it in the description. Saves you money and helps support the channel at the same time. One last thing worth pointing out is how I reinforced the steering rack mounting points. So on the middle bolt, I did a gusset on the left and the right. And here goes the passenger side. It's a little harder to see, but I welded in a gusset on the top and on the bottom. Now the last thing I did was run a big old bead down the corner of that passenger side mounting location. Alright guys, that about wraps it up for the install. Now I'll just take a couple minutes and share my experience with some other polyurethane bushings I've used over the years. The first thing I installed was a spacer lift, but after that I started saving up for a proper lift kit and some other decent suspension parts. Old Man Emu struts and springs up front, and Old Man Emu springs with Dobinson shocks in the back. SPC upper control arms, factory lower ball joints, Suspension Max extended sway bar links. I tried Moog sway bar bushings first, but they got wallowed out within a couple months, so I sprang for the Siberian Bushings front and rear. 333 Fabrications cam eliminator kit, Daystar polyurethane upper and lower control arm bushings. The first rack bushings I used were from Energy Suspension, and the date on this picture right here is March 26, 2021. So these things were in for over 4 years. 4 years doesn't sound like a lot for a car part to last, but when you consider large tires, beating on the truck mercilessly off-road, I think 4 years is great, especially for like a $40 part. Also, I went up 3 tire sizes during those years and long traveled my truck, so Energy Suspension gets a thumbs up from me. Around this time, I also replaced the steering rack bushings in my wife's Sequoia with Energy Suspension. I used the red ones on hers. For some reason, I couldn't get the black ones. And again, instant improvement. In fact, one of the top 5 things I'd do if I bought a first-gen Sequoia tomorrow is replace the rubber steering rack bushings with polyurethane. It tightens up the steering instantly. It's a very noticeable difference. When I bought the problem-solving bushings, lower control arm bushings, it came as a kit with some steering rack bushings as well. So I installed those. Then when I noticed how lousy the lower control arm bushings were, I immediately removed them and put in the suspension dudes. So top recommendation for steering rack bushings in the first gen Tundra or Sequoia would definitely be Siberian Bushing. I would also not hesitate to recommend Energy Suspension. I've heard people also having good luck with the Total Chaos kit, which looks very similar to the Energy Suspension kit. And although I've never used White Line's steering rack bushings, I have installed some of their lower control arm bushings and found them to be of very high quality. I would not recommend problem-solving bushings or suspension dudes. I mean, you can tell by looking at the kits side by side, look how different they look. They don't even look like they're for the same application. And although I've never ran them myself, I'd also stay away from Moog. I've used a few of their other bushings and they're just not up to quality. Well, that about does it for this one, guys. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for commenting, thanks for liking. This is Finn with Treehouse Off-Road, and I'll see you guys on the next one.